Alright, so welcome to Acoustic Blues Soloing. What I want to do first, right off the bat, we're gonna focus on the three primary keys that we worked on in this blues series. So we're gonna do some licks that are in the key of E. We're gonna do some licks that are in the key of G, and some licks that are in the key of D. Now, obviously, those you can play acoustic blues in any key, but these are the plus the licks can be transposed, but these are the ones that I'm going to start with. So with those three keys, I'm going to show you the scales that are most commonly used, and it's basically like three little devices for each key. So the first one I want to talk about is the key of E. So in the key of E, the scales that we're going to be combining, and when we're talking about the blues, we're mostly dealing with the chords that are called the 1, 4, and 5 chord. There's other chords that are involved as well, but that's going to get you the most mileage. So the first thing in the blues with the key of E is just the E minor pentatonic scale with the blues note. So the blues scale, the E minor blues scale, and so it goes like this: 0, 3, and then O, 1, 2. O2, and then O2, 3, O3, O3, and then backwards. Okay, then what most commonly in the E blues, especially on acoustic, you extend it right here. So what you can do, instead of going O2, 3 on the G string, you could also go O2 with your middle finger, slide up a whole step, or O2, 3, 4, then 3 on the B string, and then 5, and then 3, 5 on the high E, and then you also have the blues note right here. So I'm going to show you some licks that use that example. And then the other thing that would be really key for the E blues is some of the some major pentatonic ideas. And so one idea could be O2, O2 on the high E string and the B string. And then also hammering on the first fret of the G string, which makes it part of an E major. So you could also hammer on the 4th fret of the high E string to get that more major feeling. You could also slide the 3rd up to the 4th, and that gives you a very major sound as opposed to the straight minor pentatonic. So that's those are the main keys that I want to deal with for E. So now I want to talk about G. So G, right off the bat, we can just play the minor pentatonic blues scale that we've learned on electric guitar, and hopefully you've learned it already. But we can play it 3, 6. 3, 4, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 6, 3, 6, 3, 6. So that's the blues scale. Then we have its extension, 1, 3, 1, 3, and a slide up to 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 5, slide, index finger on 6 of the B, 8, 6, 8 on the high E, with the blues note as well, just like an E. Okay, so that's the G blues scale. Then we have the G major pentatonic, and this is actually really cool. Don't be confused, it's the exact same thing as the E minor blues scale in the open position, except with this 3rd fret as the home bass. So you don't have to learn anything new, but it works beautifully as a G major style scale. So the G major pentatonic scale, or the G major blues scale, would be 3 and 0, but 3's the root instead of 0. So 3, and we have 0, 1, 2, 0, 2, 0, 2, 3, 0, 3, 0, 3. Its extension, just like we did in the E blues, but all the licks resolve to G instead of E. Okay, and then the last element for the G acoustic blues would be the G minor blues scale, but played in this position right here. So what will be really sweet is to combine that G major and G minor in this open position. So it would look like this: 1, 3, then 1, 3, 4, then the open D string. Then 3 on the D string. Then 0, 3 on the G. Then no 0 on the B, we go 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 3 on the high E. And so, every once in a while we can emphasize kind of the combination of the two scales. So you'll see things, but I want you to just at least know those little positions right there. Okay? Now let's talk about the D blues. Alright, so the D blues scale in this open position, the root is on the D string, the open D string. And then the root's again on the 3rd fret of the B. So what you would get to play the D blues scale, when you're playing a scale, it always resolves to, its root note. And you like to practice the scale with that context in your head. But anyway, it would be like this: 1, 3, 4 on the low E string. Just like that. Then 0, 3 on the A string. Then the open D string. Oops. So then if we keep going, so we've got 1, 3, 4, then we've got O, 3, then we've got O, 3, then we've got O, 2. Resolving it to that open D string. Okay, so O2 on the G, then we need to go 1, 3 on the B, and then 1, 3 on the high E, and then the blues note is on the 4. Okay, so that's how you would utilize some of the open strings, and knowing that really well. And then another thing would be the D major pentatonic in this position, which is pretty cool. Alright, so then you'd have a cool D major kind of little run that I like a lot, and it'd be 0, 2 on the E, 0, 2 on the A, 0, 2 on the D, and then with the ring finger slide that up. Then 2, 4 on the G, then 3 on the B, 5 on the B, and then 2, 5 on the high E. Alright, so those are the elements that are going to be used for the licks I'm going to show you. So hang tight, stay tuned, and get your licks ready.